music, fighting them can become an epic rhythm battle, making you, the player, feel like you're taking part in the soundtrack itself through your actions. Clearing each room will reward you with loot. The better you handled clearing the room, the better the reward. Each floor has either an armory or a library, where you can buy cool new weapons or find exciting, game-changing abilities that make slaying enemies to the beat even more satisfying. You can also find shops to purchase useful items for your run. Unfortunately, you cannot pet the bird. Maybe next time, though. Each floor has its own boss and attacks in a unique way that you must learn to exploit if you want to succeed.
Saludos, corillo, saludos, bienvenidos aquí a el comienzo del E3, así que gracias por estar con nosotros. Estamos aquí con Guerilla Collective, que obviamente está haciendo un segundo round del que ya ellos habían tirado, y nos están mostrando los diferentes tipos de juegos. Es bien importante que sepan que Guerilla Collective realmente lo que va a estar tirando es indies, así que no esperen un super mega anuncio hoy. Eso sí, en 79 minutos vamos a estar comenzando con el Ubisoft, con el stream de Ubisoft, que ahí sí pues que se prometen varias cositas. Inicialmente se estuvo hablando de que en Ubisoft pues van a hablar de Far Cry, van a hablar también de lo que sería la nueva expansión de Assassin's Creed y van a traer varias cositas, pero eso va a ser en 79 minutos. Ahora mismo estamos con la parte 2 de Guerilla Collective y obviamente, como les dije, estos realmente son indies, pero es bien importante cubrir. Gracias a todos por estar aquí. Dímelo, Gordiviris. Dímelo, saludos, papito. Estamos aquí cubriendo el comienzo del E3 con el Guerrilla Collective. Este es el segundo show de Guerrilla Collective. ¿No se escucha? Ok, dame un segundito. Puede ser que sea yo. Cabe toda la posibilidad.
In No Longer Home, you
Como
play
les dije,
as non-binary protagonists
esta conferencia
who are based off
específicamente
selling
es una conferencia de juegos indie. Guerrilla
You'll
Collective lo que
explore an
trae son
intimate
juegos
flat filled
indie.
with everyday
Así que
objects.
no
Delve into
esperen
Burndown's
un
thoughts and insights and bold your
anuncio
interpretation of the characters through branching, multiple choice dialogue.
brutal. Pero es importante, pauta al comienzo del E3 y pues básicamente estamos cubriendo esta parte. Yo por lo menos voy a estar ahora un rato con ustedes.
At the time, we were feeling
En
disillusioned with
79
education,
minutos, 78 minutos más o menos se supone
disoriented and not sure
que
what to do
comience
next. Burnout
el
tries to
Ubisoft.
figure out their place
So
in the
que
world.
en ese sí que vamos a estar todos pendientes, va a estar la tribu aquí, y vamos a estar tratando de cubrir ese evento, así que estamos bien pompeados.
Making this project, we wanted to celebrate the magic of everyday domestic mundanity, like having barbecues, playing video games, and staying up late just talking in bed.
Hannah and I had started work on No Longer Home 6 years ago.
O sea que hay como que demasiados jueguitos de esa forma. Ustedes no piensan lo mismo. Como demasiados juegos igual.
After graduation, I unfortunately had to go back to Japan. How do you say goodbye to a place? We started making No Longer Home as a way to stay in touch, but it rapidly grew as we realized how much we had to talk about and all the feelings we had to process. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. No Longer Home will be launching later this year, so please don't forget to wishlist on Steam.
Excelente.
Man, Origami 2 is looking so fantastic. I need some of that stealth action in my life.
Yep, and Fire Girl, that looks pretty unique too. Up next, we have some magic and swordplay popping off in the next segment with an update from a bona fide classic and a new entry in the hybrid puzzle and strategy realm. Guard your loot and upgrade your boots,
de verdad, muchos juegos. Están saliendo muchos juegos bien parecidos. Realmente, esta compañía lo que trae son indies. Pero hay muchos juegos que yo no sé por qué se parecen tanto los juegos. Esto es bien Zelda vibe. Me gusta. Es de verdad bien Zelda vibe. Diablo, que esa imagen está bien fucking cabrona. Bueno, mis amores, rapidito, recuerden darle like y compartir este video para que más personas puedan llegar a verlo. Esa es la mejor forma de ayudarnos. Así que compártanlo. Estamos aquí cubriendo el inicio del E3 con el Guerilla Collective 2. Dímelo, Mayra. Saludos, Marcos. Mano, se ve gufiado aquel jueguito. Me gustó mucho. Y este se ve lindo. Se ve bien lindo. Ah, pero yo odio esos juegos donde lo que sale es una foto y tú tienes que tomar decisión. Y esto es un RPG con cartas. No, don't like it. Visualmente se ve cabrón, pero estos RPG con cartas yo los odio. Sí. Marco, lo que pasa es que esta conferencia, cabrón, es de Guerilla Collective. Ya lo dije. Guerilla Collective lo que trae son indie. Ellos no traen más nada. En 79 no sé, whatever, 79 minutos. En otras palabras, prácticamente casi 2 horas y algo. Va a comenzar el evento de Ubisoft. Así que no te me desesperes, Brocky. Estos juegos están perdonados por mí. Natanael, dímelo, bro. Bienvenido, muñeco. Bienvenido al Gamer Cave. Y tengo que decir que somos de las pocas páginas en Puerto Rico que tenemos acceso total a toda el área de prensa del E3. Así que vamos a tratar de traerle toda la información posible. Estamos bien contentos con eso.
Greetings, friends. Senior Game Designer Slim Grant here.
Dímelo, Scary.
Buenos días.
Beat
Literal levantándome, mira mi pelo y todo, era.
the enemies with their elements. This twisting of song and
Literalmente,
magic
cuando
created
yo vi
the
que
first
estaba lo de
volcanic
Guerilla Collective, estaba
opportunity for those
levantándome. Yo, como que, ay, déjame
make this our
correr.
next class.
Sí, yo lo busqué y no encontré un carajo de la Guerilla Collective. Pero yo creo que no era por la compañía, ¿verdad? La de...
No, lo están
Lo-
transmitiendo yo creo que en Twitch.
Ok.
No matter what is needed, the Bard is always ready to take center
Esto es
stage.
Dungeons and Dragons. De
And when the
Guerilla
day is
Collective
done,
también.
Their enemies defeated and their allies
Y que ese juego supuestamente le hicieron una...
pinning ballads
No,
and
pero hay un
jingles
juego
to
nuevo
recount
que viene
the
para
tales of
Xbox
time.
Day One, que es de Dungeons and Dragons, que es el nuevo. Pero este juego parece que es de ellos también, pero es
Eso que
trabajado
una vez-
por Guerrilla.
There is more to this
Que
battle
una vez Gio nos habló,
months.
que se veía cabrón.
Sí, de hecho salió en la conferencia de ayer, ¿no te acuerdas?
Ujú.
Que nosotros lo vimos. Bar Class is
Hey
coming.
everyone, I'm Mira, a developer from Straka Studio, a small Slovakian-based company that is working on a game called Loot River. Loot River is essentially an action roguelike, which is about shifting dungeons around and exploring.
Mira, Marco, que llegaste dormido, dice Marco. Es que estamos los dos dormidos, no es que él llegó dormido, es que estamos los dos dormidos.
Llegamos, todavía no tengo mi café y es como que no me da ganas de
tengo
tomar
nada.
café.
De hecho, déjame ver si me da tiempo a pedir desayuno, pues yo tengo
Ah,
ensayo
no,
ya mismo.
eso fue lo primero que pedí. Mira, le enseñé todos los juegos modernos a mi esposa que llegó ayer.
Los del Tribeca.
Exacto. Y le enseñé 12 minutos, que está cabrón.
12 minutos está bello, yo lo quiero jugar.
Demasiado.
Ya me llegó en la taquilla para jugar el del shopping.
Sí, estaba viendo que hay que bajar una aplicación en la computadora. Y he estado intentando entrar al E3 Expo y no me dejan, sí. Ya son las 8 de la mañana ya.
No, pero está en vivo. Digo, realmente no hay nada, pero puedes entrar. Yo estoy adentro.
No, pero que digo que hice la cuenta de fan y supuestamente abre a las 8 de la mañana. Ya son las 8:30 ya. Y todavía la cuenta de fan no está abierta. Y es como que...
Pero puedes entrar a la de media de nosotros. No hay
No.
nada realmente. Estoy aquí, no hay nada. No hay nada. Lo que sí es que cuando tienen Ubisoft te conectas desde aquí. Desde la de media. Porque se supone que tiren todo desde ahí.
El juego se ve muy complicado.
Papi, pusieron el control para que lo viéramos y es como, no quiero ver esa mierda.
Tú sabes que hay mucha gente que streamea que hace eso, que lo que pone es el control solamente.
Sí.
Y yo siempre encuentro eso bien estúpido, pero... Tras de que tengo que pelear y explorar, tengo que mover las plataformas. No, eso para mí es un dolor de cabeza.
However, most of them have a weakness. Harry enemies burn really well.
Mira, Blockberry dice que hay unos que ponen hasta el teclado. Eso es una normalidad.
Sí. Yo digo que es innecesario. ¿Para qué yo quiero que tú veas mis manos? A ver si estoy haciendo trampa o no. Aquí yo tengo que justificarle.
¿Se escucha bien el video o está muy bajito?
Bueno, ya que en mi parte lo escucho bajito, pero
Loot River really has me intrigued. I really like what
sube el volumen al video per se. Y después lo que hace es que baja el tuyo de lo que tú
platforming elements so cool.
Yeah, and
Adiós.
Demon Mirror
No sé.
great sound.
You just dude,
Ahí está más altita.
worked on that game.
Yeah.
So what do we got coming up next?
Up next, we have some dark.
Espérate, que me cancelaron la orden porque se fue a la tienda. O sea que venga ahora, déjame hablar con
Dale.
a ver qué es lo que dice de la nueva comida. De hambre.
On a beloved stealth classic and ending it with an exclusive trailer from our friends at Raw Fury.
Let's go.
Vamos a ver qué sale en este jueguito. Esto se ve cabrón. Y acaba de empezar. Esto se ve bien cabrón. ¿Cuál es este? Este juego yo creo que había salido ya. Ghost Runner. Puñeta, yo no había visto que ese juego se veía tan brutal.
Enough!
Qué bello se ve ese juego. WhatsApp, este tú lo habías jugado, ¿verdad? Tú habías dicho que tú habías jugado este juego. Mano, se ve cabroncísimo. Yo nunca lo había jugado. Nunca, de verdad, nunca lo había visto. Junio 30, viene para Switch. Pero marea. The Light of the Darkness.
Crautaria bridi, res infinite. Uzul adi oscaridue. Os mesmos existem como absurda ad interum. Muda em despres res bastante.
Este jueguito también se ve cool. Pero esos jueguitos así como con 700 menús a mí como que me... Pero se ve lindo este juego. Visualmente se ve bien lindo.
Uzul adi oscaridue. Porco tescro. Veco homo origi granda, dinest rapado aximes, euc veco centunio
Se pueden estar cagando en
oxistin.
nuestras madres con eso de esto.
Oh no, an evil fog is corrupting every living creature. There is one that is immune. Who is this mighty hero? A slime? How can an adorable little slime fight against this? This?
Después de aquel juego nos muestran esto en serio.
Wait, where did it get that sword? Is that a meteor shower? How? Ice breath? When did you get
Un
that?
juego de slimes, en serio.
Now there are two of them? Alright. Slimes can be heroes. Grab a friend and save the world from oozy monsters and formidable bosses. Discover different weapons and create your own magical abilities to express the way you want to adventure in Slime Heroes.
Slime Heroes. Mira, son uno de los monstruos de Outriders.
Demon Turn.
Slime Hero, cabrón.
Yep.
Mira, viene para PlayStation 5 ese jueguito.
I'm so excited we could finally announce.
Es que esas son las
PS4
gráficas
and
que aguanta el
PS5.
PlayStation. No, es jodiendo,
There's
jodiendo,
a
jodiendo.
lot of platforms.
Oh yeah, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, Steam, Epic Game Store. Oh,
Basically, you'll be able to play Demon Turf anywhere.
yep. But what is Demon Turf exactly? Well, Lucy, take it away.
Sure. So her goal is to take on the Demon King, who pretty much owns his place. Tall order, right? And apparently he's been challenging her for a while now. Her best friend Midgie is also part of this epic quest. But enough of all that. Let's check out some gameplay, yo! See us in real time.
Fíjate, el jueguito no se ve mal, no se ve feo. Y se ve bien entretenido. Se ve como para perder tarde. Pero yo lo jugaría en el Nintendo Switch. No en PlayStation 5.
Beavis' moveset in Demon Turf has a lot of depth.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about combined moves to feel badass.
Yo no sé si viene
One of
para
my
PlayStation
favorite
5 porque
examples is
dijeron
Power
solamente
Time,
que es
different ways
Steam,
to skip
creo,
so many parts
digo,
of it.
para Nintendo Switch, porque yo creo que
Things
anunciaron que es
really
solamente
heat up, though, once you
PlayStation
unlock the
5,
turf.
PlayStation 4 y Steam.
Oh yeah, yanking enemies around, rolling down highways.
Soaring through the skies.
Combine it all, and you get to see runs like these from our incredible speedrunning community.
Still blows my mind every time.
Mm-hmm. Beginner or pro, we hope to see you pull off some of these moves from Demon Turf releases sometime later this year.
Bring it on.
Ah, mira, viene para todo. Mira, sí, viene para Nintendo Switch, Steam, Epic. Muy bien. Ah, mira, el Nintendo Switch, si cuesta 6 pesos, me lo compro. Si cuesta más de ahí, está apretado. Está apretado, si cuesta más de ahí. Yo también, Jonathan. Depende del precio, totalmente depende del precio. Se ve bueno e interesante el juego, pero depende del precio. Mira, mi amor, el Ubisoft Forward comienza en 3 horas. O sea, estamos hablando que si son las 11, digo, les voy a decir específicamente 3 horas y 23 minutos. O sea, en 4 horas.
In 1972, a crack commando unit threw me in a prison for a crime I didn't commit.
You're under arrest for a crime you didn't commit.
Bien brutal, Gio, parecía.
Hey, a coin. Hey, buddy, I have no paper. Here you are. You saved my ass, literally.
You stole a one-eyed man's patch? That patch turned out to be handy to create a lethal weapon. What were you going to shoot? Pebbles? Depleted uranium balls.
Este juego se ve bien entretenido, cabrones. Se ve bien entretenido. Se ve un jueguito que yo también perdería tiempo con él cuando estaría bien aburrido.
Para joder. Se dije, puta, mira, tú eres un queso.
Se ve bien entretenido, cabrón. Se ve bien entretenido.
Who's there? Damn cat. Who's there?
Another cat.
¡Qué pendejo! Ese no es el chiste que hay de puertorriqueño. ¿Tú no lo has visto?
Pero está bien cabrón. Un metal.
Qué cabrón.
Sí, Gio, hay mucha tendencia retro. Mucha tendencia retro. De hecho, yo creo que en el 85% de los indies se están yendo en 8 y 16 bits. Pero casi el 85%.
Mucho 16 para arriba. Por es que tú te pones a pensar, para los juegos indie, te beneficia. Porque uno, espacio. Son poco espacio tener un juego de 16 bits. Y también lo mezclan, ¿ves? Porque mira, ahí sabes que no son 16 bits.
Sí, no, es más fácil de trabajar y obviamente más económico también. Que tú irte a algo 2D o 3D. Papi, esta gente sí que ha tirado gameplay. No es como la conferencia de ayer.
De ayer, papá. Pues que eso es lo que tenían que haber hecho ayer, tirar el gameplay mientras los developers están hablando de fondo, porque eso es lo que se debería hacer. Eso ese juego, eso es de Titanfall.
Player did this cool thing where they throw their weapon down the hallway and then fight through the hallway. By the time you're at the end of the hallway, you're low on ammo or you're out of ammo, and you have a loaded weapon ready to go.
So la triple te caída.
Players have been doing cool stuff with manipulating AI. So you saw I just got wrecked kicking down that door. But if I use the audio perception of the AI to kick a wall and throw them over, you can set up ambushes. That's really useful in the harder difficulties. In the hardest
cabrón, mano.
So
pero mira, me traje el cafecito.
Por lo menos.
Sí.
There's one skunk in the game that I didn't actually include.
Tuve que pedir de otro lado para atrás.
Jump and kick off walls.
Pero no te iba a llegar.
And on my Discord,
no me cancelaron la orden.
crazy footage where in rooms like this, they're jumping.
Pero por lo menos me sale hasta más barato.
Time they can use to get really kills.
Yo tengo que salir a comprar ahora. Yo me tengo que ir.
Points for stylish
a las 2:30 tengo que estar en tu pueblo.
Getting that airtime and killing enemies upside down really can rack up your score.
Diablo.
I
estás en lo de la 1, ¿verdad?
Figure out more advanced stunts like this.
Estoy cerca.
But there's a lot of really cool.
Llego como en 20 minutos.
I'm really thrilled with
no está tan mal.
Figured that out.
Digo, si no hay tapón, porque ahora para entrar a Cagua hay un tapón, papito, que...
Content that wasn't featured in the demo.
Sí, posible.
El Atari va a estar cool, Gio, pero yo no creo que va a ser una consola tan importante como tú piensas. De verdad.
No va a volver a competir con Nintendo o algo así.
No, es que no va a tener competencia, va a ser un elemento aislado. Aparte que está caro con cojones.
¿A cuánto estás tirando la consola?
La consola está costando como 500 pesos, loco.
Yo digo que ya es tiempo de que las consolas suban de precio.
Y las consolas pueden subir de precio, loco, pero esa consola que lo que hago a jugar es juegos indie.
Papá,
y juegos...
Ese juego está cabrón, lo siguen promocionando.
Papi, te lo han puesto en todos lados.
Yo lo quiero. Yo estoy tan pompeado. Yo lo he visto desde el primer trailer que yo vi. La han puesto una promo cabrona.
Si te pones esa musiquita para correr, se escucha brutal.
Estaría cabrón, sí.
Sí, Gio, totalmente para coleccionistas. De hecho, Cuando ese juego salió el primer anuncio, yo me apunté para información en el Kickstarter y llegó un punto donde le perdí el...
No, como tú puedes flotar en una bolita, era. Se ve cabrón. Loco, la paleta de colores
Está lindo.
de ese juego es súper lindo. De día y de noche.
Thank you so much, Raw Fury, for that
Va a salir para septiembre.
footage.
Todos los juegos que van a anunciar van a salir para esa era, para esa época.
One of the most bloodiest sprite-based action platformers I have ever seen. We will check in on a dark and beautiful pixel art RPG, help clean up a forensic nightmare, and then
Me encanta el vibe del...
update from a mystical masterpiece from one of our best of the mix
¿El qué?
award winners.
El vibe como que la...
hazmat suit, Alex.
Sí.
El flow.
El flow. Acá sí, exacto.
Let's do it.
Acá en Puerto Rico es el flow.
El flow.
Y fíjate, y de repente sale una bolita de Pokémon por ahí.
Sí, no, la de esto tiene...
Era otro juego más. Así.
Papi, Guerilla Collective ha sacado juegos. Esa gente tiene gente produciendo, pero...
Para eso son muchos juegos así pequeñitos. Pero esos juegos a mí son tan coloridos que a mí me da un stroke en los ojos porque es como que ¿dónde carajo yo estoy? ¿Qué carajo es lo que estoy haciendo? Es ahora mismo y no sé dónde qué carajo es lo que está haciendo. Es matando y poniendo sangre por todos lados.
Un reguero ahí.
Por eso era. Y se llama Bats Murciélago.
Súper al garete, cabrón.
Sí, cabrón. No, hay 32 vías ahí. It's about time. Mira esa pendeja. Tú le quitas los órganos a la gente, qué cojones. Qué lo que era. El nombre no tiene nada que ver con el cabrón juego. No sé. Death Trash. Para un juego así de sangriento, así de... No sé. El nombre no se lo pondría. Ese cabrón juego.
No sé. Es que el juego se ve bien raro, cabrón. Es un juego que yo no sé.
No sé, le podrían haber puesto como Meat Collector o algo así, tú sabes. Algo con carne.
Pero Marcos dice, para jugarlo con una tarjeta 3090, cabrón, eso es lo que hace Gio.
Literal. Yo tiene como 5 allí.
Serial Cleaners, a stealth action crime story set in 90s NYC.
Estos jueguitos a mí me encantan, cabrón.
Serial Cleaner, mira para ti, para que tengas que limpiar en escena de crimen.
Esos jueguitos a mí me gustan con cojones.
Así, estilo así, como el que tú estabas jugando de los apartamentos, el de remodelar los apartamentos. De hecho, lo continuaste jugando. ¿Cuántos apartamentos ya tienes?
Sí. Lo continué jugando y ya tengo 4 apartamentos. Uno de ellos lo hice doble para tener más gente pagando.
Serial Cleaner, qué cojones.
Entonces, tu misión en el juego es limpiar lo que el asesino hizo.
Exacto, estilo John Wick, antes de que la policía te coja. Como esconder el cadáver.
Loco, mira, cabrón. Cabrón.
Con el vacuum.
Con un vacuum, cabrón.
Cabrón, 10 de 10, cabrón. 10 de 10. Ese juego, mira.
Cabrón, yo lo quiero.
Ese juego está cabrón. Ese juego es de puta. Loco, streamear esa mierda. Ese hay que streamear.
Con el vacuum, cabrón.
Cabrón, ese que dije, puta, ese juego está cabrón.
Hello, we are Monaco, and we're a small, very small studio from Cologne in Germany. And what you see before you is our very
A ver,
first
hasta en YouTube lo voy a buscar.
called White Shadows.
Serial cleaner, cabrón, con la silenciador. Era con la aspiradora
No,
con
no,
silenciador.
Lo más probable, la aspiradora suena y los policías te van a buscar, por eso es que el tipo estaba cogiendo.
And in this white city, there are the rats and the wolves, and they're in charge. And
Eso lo tengo que buscar en YouTube anyway.
then
Voy a buscar eso en YouTube.
birds who are, or at least so they say, to blame for
William Rodríguez, saludos, bienvenido. Estamos transmitiendo el Guerilla Collective, como dice bien el título. La parte 2, este es el comienzo del E3. Ellos ya habían tenido una presentación hace 2 días, ahora están tirando la segunda presentación y luego en 3 horas vamos a poder estar viendo el Ubisoft Forward, también aquí por el Gamer Game. En 3 horas específicamente.
It's black and white. It's dark. It has to do with a lot of stuff that is in our world today. And it's also
Mira que esos
really
policías son
entertaining.
entrenados en Puerto Rico, dice Marco.
Normal. Conseguí el trailer, papá.
Yo quiero ese juego.
Todo está cabrón. Vamos a ver si ahora tengo acceso a la E3 por fanático. Porque me está como que medio extraño de que ellos dicen, no, a las 8 de la mañana.
Pero loco, yo,
y ya son...
en mi cuenta yo no tengo nada.
Mira, le di refresh y no me deja ni entrar.
Está como la otra vez, como lo que vimos la última vez.
Que se quedaba haciendo vueltas.
No hay nada. Yo me apunté a 3 presentaciones que hay ahí, pero
me sale ahora mismo que el server no está disponible.
माँ दुर्गा, मुझे आपकी जरूरत है.
Así está el E3 Expo. Eso, al momento, eso yo lo sabía, el momento que lo abrieran para los fans.
mira, dice que hay un problema que vuelven ya mismo, me salió.
Por eso, eso me lo imaginé. El momento que lo abrieran para los fans, la gente se iba a meter, era tanta la gente que no iban a tener el espacio. Y contigo que se prepararon para aguantar eso.
Sí, no, pero
entonces, exacto, a nuestra cuenta de media nos los va a trancar también porque el mercado está niño.
yo estoy adentro por media, pero me da miedo que se me...
Que si te sale, lo más probable entrar al volver está... Oh, espérate, mira, ahora me dejo crear un avatar.
Ah, pues sí.
No,
Ya
pues
está
ahí
dentro.
está.
Raji, congrats on winning Best of the Mix 2020. Such an awesome studio out of India, you know. Also, Bats is looking mad slick, if I don't say so myself. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Claro, el
before we
jacket
move on
del
to the
E3
next segment,
está
we wanna
en
say thanks to our
$109.
partners, Twitch,
Y tú vas a ver que eso se vende mucho más caro después, ¿sabes?
GameSpot.
Yo sé.
Thank you guys for all your help in hosting the stream.
Yep. And also, don't forget to check out the Guerilla Collective event.
Espérate, la comida viene por ahí, Vamos a ver por dónde va.
from this event as well as from Wholesome Direct, which is coming up next. We have a link on the Guerilla Collective website, guerillacollective.com.
Up next, we're going to connect with our friends at Tiny Build. We're doing gargantuan things with really creative indie developers. Let's creep around the corner and say hello to our neighbor devs working with Tiny Build to peep what they have cooking up. Word.
Papi, de todo, Serial Cleaner es el más que quiero.
Meatbag. This is my game, Despot's game. I will give you a group of puny humans, and you will lead them to the end of the dungeon. If you can get past my cute little robots, zombie wombies, and flesh-eating cabbage rabbages. Despot's game is
Eso. Nada más el intro me gustó, pero...
14 pesos, Marcos. ¿Dónde está 14 pesos? Mira,
ese juego para el celular.
In order to win, your
Porque si es para coger automático y tal así, es un celular.
you can find to use as a weapon. Combine different kinds of dumb items to create.
Mira el lightsaber,
Your army needs to be positioned, fed, and genetically modified. Just don't get too attached to it. They'll be dropping like flies. Let me tell you a secret. If you make it far enough in the dungeon, you'll get the chance to fight other players. You probably think I came up with all this in order to raise a perfect army of mutated humans capable of conquering the universe, right? Wrong. I simply enjoy watching pathetic humans hit each other with refrigerators. You're in Despot's game now! Come to Game Space. For salty tears, such screens with therapy expenses due to the effects of extended gaming sessions. Not recommended for use by children, pregnant women, or people who have loud conversations on their phones in public.
Vamos, mira, hacer brujerías y alquimia, ahí está, una poción. ¿A ti te gustaba hacer alquimia en Skyrim? Ahí está, papá. Qué lo que era el cabrón, esto de tribu. Ay, Dios mío.
This is Dustin.
And this is Eric from Animal.
And we're the creators of Ramen.
Along with our extremely small
Mira, yo vengo ahora mismo.
We're really excited to get this out.
Rapidito, la comida llegó.
Arena game with and twists.
And today we're going to show you one of our favorite game modes, along with a new work-in-progress mode that we've been working on.
So let's start with the meatball mode.
Yeah, and meatball mode, it's all about putting the meat in the hole, the goal hole. You got to jump in and take control.
Like, what does that mean? It sounds good. But what does that mean?
Well, it's basically kind of like Katamari, where the objective is to jump into a giant meatball, take control of it, roll around, charge it up, and shoot it into various goal locations throughout the map. All while basically avoiding enemies and the onslaught of food that they throw at you. Next up, Bobo Ball.
Well, Bobo Ball is one of our newest work-in-progress game modes, but still a ton of fun. Players are now packing a Bobo Blaster.
Meet in the hole. Sí, son unos cabrones.
Work together with your taste buds to blast the giant Bobo Ball into the opposing team's goal. But look, kills don't count in this mode, so prioritize getting the giant ball from A to B. But a few balls to the face never hurt anyone, so blast your foes to keep them from gaining control of the ball.
Blast your toes?
Foes.
Okay, bros, I guess.
Sí, es bien parecido. Ellos hicieron Splatoon y el jueguito de...
Say something about meat chassis.
Oh, yeah, the old bag of meat and bones. You know, the players, the soup saviors. Players can customize their character almost however they want within our high-fashion, highly polished configurator zone.
All right, well, within this configurator zone thing, when it comes to fashion, we got you covered with a trunk full of different culinary styles, vibes, and drips. Your soup slinger is yours to design and decorate. Honestly, the world is yours. Decorate to your heart's content.
Ellos mezclaron Explatón con el del carro.
I think it's time we wrap it up here.
Yeah, good idea. Thanks for tuning in to watch our video and giving us the opportunity to talk your ears off about ramen. Pretty excited about it.
Oh, and that being said, be sure to hop into our Discord so you can be part of the playtest and help us perfect the recipe of ramen.
Yeah, we hope you get a chance to play. We really appreciate all the support y'all have shown over the course of development. It really means a lot and motivates us. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Este juego no me interesa, pero para nada, cabrón. Cabrón, ¿qué carajo es esto?
¿Qué es eso? Escucho una vaca por ahí.
Cabrón,
gritando.
un fast food simulator, pero que de repente si tú no haces feliz a tus clientes se convierten en zombies, en vacas asesinas. Mira, cabrón.
What the fuck?
Tienes que mantenerlos felices, cabrón.
Y estaban hablando en japonés ahí al final.
Super weird. Mira, te voy a enviar el link, papi. Ya me he salido en un momento. Yo me tengo que ir ya.
A ver, dale.
Meet the creepy, AI-driven Mr. Peterson. This character has one mission, keeping you from discovering his secrets. Hello, and welcome to Hello Neighbor 2. In this game, you'll be playing as a local journalist named Quentin, who is suspicious of his creepy neighbor, Mr. Peterson. For those new to the Hello Neighbor franchise, this is Raven Brooks, the sort of town where everyone keeps to themselves and goes about their lives. Normally, you would too, except a bunch of people have gone missing. And there's just something strange about your neighbor, Mr. Peterson. Everyone is afraid of him. Children going to his house and never being heard from again. Some people say he likes to lock people up in his basement. But no one has any proof. So people just try to avoid Mr. Peterson, his odd house, and ignore the strange sounds coming from his basement at night. You have a feeling that Mr. Peterson is behind all of the neighborhood but no one believes in your ideas and theories. And while you normally wouldn't break into someone's house, you're the only one who believes something is wrong and has the guts to uncover the truth. When you break into Mr. Peterson's house, you'll be going against an AI that is constantly evolving. Our goal for Hello Neighbor 2 is to provide unique player experiences. This is an experience that is driven by the community. Mr. Peterson's behavior is a combination of a neural network and algorithms that allow him to constantly learn from his experiences with everyone who plays our game. It begins with the collection of player activity. Mr. Peterson takes note of player behavior, whether or not most players are likely to hide in a closet, use a certain escape route, or certain objects. As time progresses and he learns, Mr. Peterson's behavior may change and surprise you. How Mr. Peterson plays in one encounter with you might be different from the next, all due to his encounters with the game's community as a whole.
Qué cabrón, el tipo va a convertir en un super AI por culpa de todo el mundo.
Allowing for an AI that is developed through community actions, replayability, and great stories of neighborhood shenanigans. But these new experiences go beyond Mr. Peterson. In Hello Neighbor 2, players can interact with all characters in Raven Brooks, and these characters share the same AI core, but behave differently and have their own stories for you to discover. So while you might think you're just playing the game, you're really contributing to the development and improvement of Mr. Peterson's AI. We hope this presentation of our AI and development gives you an idea of what to expect in Hello Neighbor 2. If you'd like to try an early access version of Hello Neighbor 2, you can wishlist the game on Steam and check out our alphas on the Microsoft Store. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the neighborhood.
Nada más el trailer ya fue espiado, para que vean.
Ahoy, sailors!
Esos son los juegos que le gustan a los Lira.
Not this
Así de barquitos y estar perdido en el agua.
Trash sailors! Pirate guide. Every pirate knows that the real treasure is
El uno
friendship.
está cool. Yo no lo he jugado.
Just kidding. It's trash. I love you.
Déjame,
It's
si lo
everything.
puedo.
Fuel, building materials, and weapons. Seriously, just stuff in as much trash as you can and let her rip. Just remember, this raft is your only home. Take good care of it, and if anyone dares set foot here, hit them with all you got. Too many greedy lovers want to get their hands on our marvelous, beautiful trash.
Déjame poner lo del
Your last
Guerilla Collective.
and steer
Sí,
carefully.
pues yo me tengo que ir ya, papi.
Oh,
Dale, dale.
Las 12.
Vamos a darle echar aquí y a ponerlo aquí en. ¿Ah? Ahí está, papá. Ah, espérate. Me guillé de anormal. Y voy a compartir otra vez la pantalla. Tengo que darle al Crontos de Guerilla Collective y share audio. Ahí está.
Pero este es el mismo.
Sí, lo que pasa es que se acabó aquel trailer.
Ok.
Collective 2 finale.
Claro está, yo lo tengo en mute siempre, así que.
Humbling conversation that we had with Innersloth, the team behind Among Us, and check in on some fun and upbeat games, as well as take a trip back to the arcade with some fun retro throwbacks.
Mira, papi, pues Ubisoft Forward empieza en 2 horas con 55 minutos. ¿Tú vas a estar?
Voy a intentarlo. O quizás esté en la sala. No está aquí.
Welcome back to the Guerilla Collective. We have Marcus Bromander and Adriel Wallach from the Innersloth dev team. Super happy to have you guys hopping
de los
on
muchachos
the
que dijeron
Guerilla
que iban a
Collective for
entrar?
interview. Tell us about
Lo que pasa es que yo voy a estar ensayando.
I'm Marcus, also
Pero
known
nada.
as Worlds United. I'm
Chequeados, mis amores, los dejo con Oscar y ahí comiendo y lo que queda era ahí me está diciendo una tripleta para el sistema.
Sound design, game design.
Gracias, buen provecho, William.
miscellaneous other spots in the game.
Bueno,
but no
chequeamos,
coding.
Corillo, yo me tengo que ir, pero lo seguimos aquí durante el día. Recuerden que el Gamer Cave es una de las plataformas que está autorizada por el E3 como parte de su Media Group, así que estamos bien contentos de poder cubrir todo lo que es el E3. Vamos a tratar de hacer todo lo posible para traerle la mayor información. Y muchas gracias, Corillo. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Los dejo ahí con Scary. Este gordito se tiene que ir a trabajar, pero posiblemente por la
where
tarde.
did your studio name Innersloth come from, and who is repping the team?
So when we first formed our company, me and Forrest,
Mira, que
we were
tenemos que
trying to come
meterle
up
más
with
a
a name,
Mondos.
and we were kind of
El
just
último mapa. Y supuestamente viene un
so we went
quinto
on
mapa.
a random name generation site and just
Llévate,
like
cabrón.
click through, and Innersloth just kind of felt. For me, it was like I have the motivation to make stuff, but like the inside of me is kind of lazy, of it's hard to get motivated sometimes. So that the sloth really stuck to me there.
You know, some people think that success is overnight, but you have all been grinding to make things happen with such a small team. What have some of the challenges been during the growth and iterative development of the game been?
I would say, I mean, just in
metes
general,
solo, te
going
metes solo a
from 3
coger.
people to we're at 8 now, I think, is such a different work environment completely. Like getting everyone on the same page is something that's we're still learning how to do. Meetings have to start happening. You can't just tell. I'm used to telling one person and then things go from there. And now I have to make sure to tell everyone, and I have to learn how to write design docs. I can't just have it in my head and tell people.
That's dope. And you've been like an integral part of the indie community with helping out early on, with the mega booth, and then really orchestrating Train Jam and
No, la
been
transformación de
involved
ese
in so
juego
many
fue cabrona.
projects. How has it, like, I understand how you kind of joined the team. How has it been on the opposite end of, like, communicating with Marcus and everybody on the team?
It's been fun. It's been fun to be sort of in that transition from the small team to what is quote unquote the larger team now. Not that 8 is huge or anything, but I was the 5th person, so I was like right at that tipping point from it being small enough where you could just tell one person one thing and then everybody knows everything, to now it's like you have to make sure we're tagging all the right people in our work channels and like getting information out. And yeah, I came on towards the end of last year through a mutual friend who was like, hey, Innersloth needs more programmers, because at that point it was just Forrest as the programmer, and I was like, all right, I'm in. And then, yeah, rest is history. But it's been really fun getting to sort of grow the programming team as well and take at least some of the pressure off of Forrest to be the only person doing that kind of stuff and being able to do more output and get things out there faster.
So you've had, like, notable celebrities. You've had AOC, just mad people streaming it, and now it's really ingrained into pop culture. What are some of the most surreal, defining moments that have been heartwarming or have left an impact on the team since its original release until now?
Que también van a incluir un nuevo modo que se llama
Just all of the,
escondite.
like, the fan art that comes in.
Que literal es
like,
eso.
Fan
El impostor,
animations,
todo el mundo se tiene que
fan,
esconder creo que
music
en
videos,
X llamando
remixes,
segundo.
just so much amazing stuff.
Y el impostor
We have a channel in our Discord that we just
el
post all
círculo
the
bien
stuff.
chiquito y tiene que encontrar
Just,
a
like,
todo el mundo
empowering drives,
a
gives us
través del mapa.
motivation to
So que
keep going.
ese modo va a estar cabrón.
You've really been maintaining the life of the game with really interesting updates and drops. What can you share with everyone on Twitch watching during the Guerilla Collective that is next for Among Us?
Yeah, we do have 15 players coming, which means we do need more colors because there's only 12 in the game.
Y van a aumentar el grupo a 15
new
personas.
colors. I don't know if that's
Cabronísimo.
been announced, but
I feel like we could say that we did at one point have a color named Barf that is not
That's
going
true.
east. So
What is that? Like, it's like a speckled yellow or something?
Like
It
a
was
greenish yellow.
yeah,
Okay.
imagine
Tenía un color
mashed
que se
peas,
llamaba
like
vómito.
peas that you would feed a baby.
Wow.
Or like the barf emoji, just that color.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I for one am disappointed that we don't have Barf in the game, but
Me too. I was a big champion for barf.
yeah, bring back
Pero
Barf.
ahora una
No
junta
barf?
que está trabajando.
No barf.
How do you come up with, like, because it seems interesting that you're just talking about, having the barf colors. How do you come up with these different designs and ideas?
The colors are super hard. We're trying to move away from having colors be the main identifier for each character.
Cool.
So we want to lean more into cosmetics and names.
Eso pasa mucho.
So, but we still want to make them, at least to begin with, make them as distinct as possible. So I have to, like, pull up all the colors we have and then think about, like, look at the color wheel and go, okay, maybe we don't have anything in this little zone. I'll try something here. And I compare them together, and it's like, this one does look really similar to blue, or like I could see this one getting mixed up with purple or something. But eventually we're just going to have to kind of move away from that and not worry about it as much.
It's awesome to have you guys. Thank you guys for, joining us for this. Is there anything that you want to tell the fans? Because there's going to be a lot of people probably watching this who want to know about something straight
Que va a
from the
estar cabrón porque va a venir un modo escondite, va a venir
Thank you. That's
un mapa nuevo,
the one that's
van a
just always
aumentar en la
there. Thank you
capacidad
for
a 15
playing. Thank you
personas
for
por
liking the game.
sala.
Yeah, it's kind of
Van a añadir creo que 15 colores
the
más.
same
Que
sentiment
como va a
here.
subir
It's great.
los colores, van a
It's
subir
mind-boggling to be
mucho
working on a game that
añadieron
this many
colores
people play and
y
get like
así
such
está.
an enjoyment out. Like I get
Y
texts
van a
from
traer
friends
muchas
who are like,
cosmetizaciones.
"Oh, my
como-
12-year-old was playing with his friends and was
Creo que así se
bragging
dice.
about knowing that his mom knows you, and I'm just like, oh.
That is awesome. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. It's been amazing, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Otro juego que puede estar en el celular. Hay un montón de juegos que lo que te enseñan es por celular. Esto es un sim de casino. No sé si ustedes se recuerdan, en Facebook estaba la cafetería, que era el My Café, era hace tiempo. Pero si tú no eres gamer de verdad, si tú nunca jugaste eso. Mira, eso ahí es Space Jam. Space Jam no, NBA Jam. Sí. Pero en verdad, los verdaderos gamers, juegan el juego de My Café de Facebook. Eso es el que no lo jugó. Y el Farmville. Ajá, este es el que no hizo eso, papá. No fue verdadero gamer. Exacto, ese mismo el que decía, se parece a NBA Jam. Robotan. Pero es NBA Jam con un montón de mezclas de Mario Kart, como ponerle bombas y mierda.
King of the Hat is coming to Steam. King of the Hat is coming to the moment you've all been waiting for. Which means that you can wish us the game. If you wish us the game right now, you can win. And you can win a washing machine.
Coño, es buena. Yo necesito lavar la copa.
The game right now, you can win.
No todo el mundo estaría bien sorprendida sobre quién no ha jugado ese juego.
Wow.
Yo sé que mi esposa no ha jugado y tiene que hacer mi Pero es que eso era una era de innovación. Tenía esos juegos, mano. Mano, y mi café estaba pero duro. Yo creo que todavía tengo fotos en mi Facebook del café. Y el de los gatos, tuvieron el de los gatos, que tenían que criar unos gatos y llevarle, que ese también tengo fotos. Este juego, que lo que era. Oye, en parte, te digo porque carajo no tenemos un hoverboard todavía. No debería ser posible. Estaré cabrón, como estilo así, Back to the Future. Mira, y yo acá pensando, en serio, si ese juego todavía existiera, el de My Café o el de Farmville, sería uno de los juegos más streameados en todo Twitch. Sería de los juegos que más se streamearía en Twitch. Esto es un juego para decir lo mucho que tú no sabes dibujar. Como que, ya que no sabes dibujar, pues mira, que es un juego que pretende que tú sabes dibujar. Fuerte. Que lo que eres esta mierda. Ya tú sabes a qué me huele esto, ¿verdad? Eso mismo decía allí. ¿Qué quieren
Crime is illegal.
Well, not anymore, thanks to Whitewater Wipeout by Chuhai Labs.
Thanks to Whitewater Wipeout, I can finally commit the cool crime of surfing, featuring pure NAR style and conviction. What does that even mean?
It's a playdate game.
Yeah, Jeff? Yeah, I'm on set. I have no idea what the the script is. No, I'm not gonna hold.
I'm Mihoko. I play Whitewater Wipeout.
¿Qué pendeja? Qué lo que era.
At King Wash Laundry, we pride ourselves on providing years of garment cleaning excellence. Our customers come for the top-of-the-line deluxe washing machines, but they stay for our professional service.
Un simulador de un laundromat.
Now pick up the clothes and load them into an empty machine. Wait a few minutes, then transfer to a dryer. While you're waiting, make sure to pick up discarded coffee cups and throw them in the trash. Thank you for choosing Arcade Mania. If you want to level up your takings and grow your arcade, just follow our simple 3-step plan. 1. Play your new game and set a killer high score. 2. Now watch as customers drop quarters trying to beat your score while you sit back and make fat profits. 3. Use your takings to buy a brand new cabinet from Arcade Mania. Just use your personal computer to surf the internet, and you can order online. Now just wait for your new purchase to arrive and do it all again. Play, profit, purchase. Play, profit, purchase. Play, profit, pest control, purchase! With these steps, your arcade is guaranteed to grow and expand into a glorious arcade paradise full of our biggest hits. Good luck, and always choose Arcade Mania. Always use the brush for particularly stubborn waste matter. All that remains to be said is, welcome to King Wash Laundry.
Un simulador de un arcade. Es exactamente lo que yo quiero. Con una lavadora al lado. Lavando la ropa y jugando.
I am here with Douglas Bogart from Limited Run Games. What is happening, Doug?
Not much, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's so awesome that Limited Run, has reached its 5-year anniversary. Can you tell the people about Limited Run Games? If folks that aren't familiar with it.
Yeah, so Limited Run Games, I started the company with my co-founder Josh Fairhurst. We started in October 2015 as a response to his dev company, Mighty Rabbit Studios, having trouble staying in business. We were off of a big project and we didn't have a whole lot of work to do, so we were like, how do we stay in business? And then his biggest thing was we had one game on Vita called Breach and Clear, and he was like, it'd be cool to at least preserve this game even if nobody wants it, so that way I have some proof that I did something and it's not all digital. So we did that, and we sold the game in October, and it sold out in 108 minutes. And kind of blossomed from there, got contacted by Epic, Oddworld, WayForward, started really pulling in the partners, and we've done over, I think close to 700, 800 individual releases now.
That is super crazy, man. What is one of the highlights of your career in limited run games, or what you've done?
Yeah, there's a lot. So we had a wish list of things we wanted to do originally, and we ended up doing all of those. But I'd probably say one of our biggest things is Scott Pilgrim, because that was one of the founding pillars of what we wanted to do. And then for personally, working with Suda on No More Heroes is a huge deal for me. Working with John Romero on Sigil, doing Command and Conquer with EA. We've just done a whole lot of cool stuff that I never thought we'd be able to. And I've talked to a lot of heroes I've always had, and it's I don't know, the Jay and Silent Bob game is a huge deal for me. Without Kevin Smith, Josh and I would never have mended a friendship that we had briefly broken up when we were young. So,
what I think is really interesting is just your idea of doing things in that, in a limited quantity. Can you kind of talk about how, what kind of different packages that you guys put together?
Yeah, so when Limited Run started off, we were definitely very limited, and the reasoning for that was, one, it costs a lot of money and resources to do it, and we didn't want to be stuck with overstock because we can't afford to just sit on a product that takes years to sell out.
Yeah, for sure.
We started off with limited stuff, and as we got bigger, we decided with Switch, hey, we have no idea what the audience is here. Why don't we try open pre-orders? And that worked out really well. And then with the pandemic hitting, we were like, you know what, let's just do this for most of our stuff going forward. And I think the reception's been a lot better. So we're limited in the amount of time basically now versus the amount of unit, which I think is a better approach because it gives people a chance to get it, and it's not so much that I missed out. People still miss out, but now we work with places like Best Buy, Amazon, and GameStop, and some of our games are available at retail, which is another cool thing for our developers because as when you're younger, you're like, man, I wish one day my games could be on the store shelf, and now they can.
That's so cool.
And then we offer vinyl, we do collector's editions, we do press kits for companies, we do a whole lot of stuff now that's pretty amazing. We're always looking to expand. We're doing the retro stuff like we did for Jay and Silent Bob. It's awesome. I'm really happy with the stuff we've been able to do. Pretty much any idea here, if an employee or coworker has an idea, it's why don't we run with it and see what happens and just test it out, because you know what, if you like it, maybe there's an audience for it.
You guys have an event coming up. Can you plug it real quick? I think everybody should watch it. Talk about your upcoming releases and stuff.
We're doing our own E3 presentation called LRG3. It's going to be on June 14th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And we got a whole bunch of cool games in the lineup that we're excited about. The show's being produced by one of the gentlemen from Mega 64 on his own. So it's got the same similar humor. And I don't know, we just watched actually the draft of the video, and it's really funny, and I'm kind of shocked actually that it came together so well.
That is so awesome. I hope everybody could check that out. Where can we find you, more information about limited run games and everything that you guys are doing?
Yeah, go to our website, limitedrungames.com. There's a mailing list option. Our Twitter, we update frequently at Limited Run Games. We have a Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/limitedrungames. Pretty much any website you go to, just add /Limited Run Games. You might find us. I think at one point we even had a Tumblr account, so we were everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe a Pinterest account. I don't know.
No. Well, thank you so much, Doug. It's awesome to see you guys flourish. Happy 5th anniversary, and everybody go check out LRG3, right?
Yep. Thank you so much.
For sure. Talk to you later.
Later, man.
The Inner Sloth team was so humble, and they've had such a great journey. Congrats to them. Also, limited run games coming up on their 6th year. They've been 5 years strong, working with indie developers to get their games out in a limited capacity in a physical kind of space, So many great games and devs that have blessed the Guerilla Collective this year. Shout out to them and thank you guys for.
Sí, otra vez volvieron a empezar a hablar un montón. Empezaron a hablar un montón. Pero esto se está acabando.
On Steam, where you can learn more about these games, buy the games that are
Pero
now,
estamos intentando ver el kickoff. Estoy intentando entrar a ver el cabrón kickoff de E3. En el cual yo creo que vamos a tener.
And I'll say it again.
We also want to thank everybody who was involved to making this production possible. Wilmer Sound, of course, thank you so much, Alex.
Ya esta pendeja se acabó.
So
O sea que
to be in this space.
yo voy a parar aquí.
Of course, AV Society,
Me voy a mudar a la sala. Que mi esposa tiene que ir a dormir. Pero vamos a continuar con el E3 Kickoff, en el cual voy a intentar empezarlo desde el principio, pero vamos a mostrarlo a ver qué es lo que nos demuestran allá. Así que
also, we want to shout out to our sponsors: Good Shepherd, Humble Games, Tiny Build, PlayStation, Xbox,
sí, está bien
Racer,
difícil entrar al E3 Expo por la computadora. Está cabrón. Pero yo voy a intentar conseguir eso para poder, porque es que está tan lleno y acaba de empezar. Y entonces ellos abrieron hoy a los fanáticos y está bien fuerte. Está bien fuerte. Espero que arreglen eso pronto. Así que yo voy para la sala y allá continuamos con el. Y allá continuamos con el E3 Kickoff. Así que los veré por allá. Nos vemos. Gracias.